Hello, welcome back. I am making meatballs, spaghetti and meatballs for supper. So I thought I'd bring you guys along with me and show you how I'm going to make these today because I totally forgot to take pork out and I have no veal, so we're just going to use ground beef. I know, it's crazy. We're just going to use ground beef. So the first thing we do, get our Dutch oven over here. We're going to turn the oven on 350, bake temp 350. I always turn the light on. I have to move my cast iron skillet. I always leave it in there. I use it all the time, so sorry guys. Okay, oven 350. And I always turn my light on. Alright, take the lid off this. We are going to put some oil in the bottom of our pan. Oh my gosh, my bottle is empty. Alrighty, well, we're just going to put some oil in the bottom. I would generally use olive oil, but my container is empty, so on my Dollar Tree list it goes. I will put it on my list, and I'm just going to coat my pan with my oil. Generally it would be olive oil. And I'm going to put it in the oven to warm up while my oven is warming up. First things first, right? We need glasses. And to let you guys know, if this is the first time you clicked on my video, I always have a hot, soapy sink full of water. So we can wash our hands. First thing we're going to do is put some milk in these breadcrumbs. I would generally use stale bread, but I don't have any. So I'm just going to pour milk in these breadcrumbs so they get nice and soggy. Soak up all that goodness. And our meatballs call for an egg. I'm going to put one egg in here. I have a huge, I'm sorry if that's loud. I'm testing out this new microphone. And I cannot never tell if it's loud for you guys. So I have this awesome glass dish bowl. I'm just going to mix up that egg. And again, like I said, I only have some ground beef. This is about 1.5 pounds. And I'm just making this for me and Larry. Unless one of the kids pop in. You never know. They just may. I'm going to squeeze this out. If I was prepared, I would have had my scissors right here. And again, generally, we would use 2 or 3 different types of meat for the best meatball. Soapy water. Towel. Alright. We are going to put in some onion powder. Now you might want to measure this. We're going to put a little bit, probably about a teaspoon and a half. I don't really ever measure anything. We're just going to, but I suggest about a teaspoon and a half. I'm having difficulties with my spices here. I don't know why this is happening. There we go. About a teaspoon and a half. Let me fix this. Okay, so I'm back. I think I have it fixed. And we're going to put, let's put the other side over. About a teaspoon and a half of onion salt. You guys, garlic powder is what I prefer. Some onion powder. Everything's salty enough as it is. And you can add extra salt in on your own later. So I suggest powders. I do not have any garlic powder left. I used it all. It is on my list for the Dollar Tree. I suggest a teaspoon and a half of garlic powder. If not, use a spoon of minced garlic. Dollar Tree. You guys, this stuff is the best. Okay, we are going to use about a teaspoon and a half salt, pepper. You guys, really, just put it in there. We love spices. Salt, pepper, oregano, same amount of oregano. Put that in there. Looks like this is going on my list too. We have more. Red pepper flakes. Oh my gosh, you guys want that. Gotta have some flavor in there. I mean, really, we need to put some spice in there. And if you don't have, I suggest fresh parsley, but if you don't have fresh parsley, any type of parsley will do. All that goodness. Don't you just love parsley? Don't you just love spices in general? Yeah. Okay, I believe I have all my spices in there. We're going to have to add more milk. Alright, so I generally would have some a hunk of Parmesan or Romano or something like that so we could just grate it in. And again, we are just using things that we have in the house. And thank goodness we do, right? So we're just going to use this grated topping. And we're just going to add some to it. We're going to put our breadcrumbs. And we are totally going to have to add more milk. Totally prepared for this video, right? Let's grab the milk. Dude, that pepper is going to make me want to sneeze. Milk. Okay, let's just put a little more milk in here. And you guys know the only way to really truly mix up your meatballs is by hand. And like I said, I have a sink full of hot soapy water, and we're just going to mix it up by hand. Break it all apart because it was one big huge chunk of burger. And like I said, don't be disappointed if you didn't have sausage. So if you don't have pork, you don't have veal, these meatballs are going to be just as good. Just as good. So we're going to pause this video. Hold on, let me clean my hands off. We're going to pause this video and we will be back when I get these all mixed up next. Okay, welcome back. Magically, we are just about finished. It's going to finish. I added a little bit more milk, so it wasn't quite so dry. Ooh, perfect timing. Oh my gosh. The oven's ready. Yeah, milk is like the base that helps hold this together. Keeps it all moist. You don't want to bite into a dry meatball. You want a nice, fluffy, flavorful meatball. Okay. Let me get a chunk of this and just show you all these spices. Okay, so I'm going to clean my hands again. I'm going to get the pan out of the oven. Always, always have your hot soapy water ready. It's the best. Easy. I'm going to put this milk away. And I'm going to grab the pan out of the oven. It's not a pan, it is a Dutch. It is my Dutch oven. That my beautiful daughter, Cassandra, I love you, babe, and her wife gave me for a housewarming gift. I love you guys. Always and forever. Forever and always. Okay, Dutch oven. I'm not going to use the lid. Okay. Meatballs. Meatball mix. Excuse me. I have to grab a drink. Phew. Okay, here we go. And guys, don't forget, this is just made from the things we have in our pantry. I did not go out and purchase anything for this. But I have to put some more on my list now. Add things to my list. Water. Why are we using water? Oh my gosh. If you're going to form meatballs, you need to dip your hands in water. That's just the way we do it to form a meatball. Now, you could use an ice cream scoop if you prefer, but no. Dip your hands in water. Put them meatballs in there. Make them however large you want. Might as well make them large enough so that they're worth biting into, cutting into. You can smell all the spices. You can make these larger, you can make these smaller, but you guys, if you have too many for spaghetti and meatballs, you can have leftovers for meatball subs. Yeah, oh, absolutely. And then all you have to do is go buy some shredded cheese, a different cheese. That's right, dip your hands all the time. Okay, so I will be back with you after I get all these meatballs rolled and put in the Dutch oven. I will show you how they look. And we're back again. Yes. I just finished washing my hands after making all these amazing meatballs. I'm just going to move some of this stuff out of the way so I can show you all this awesome goodness. Move these out of my way. I know, I'm sorry, I'm making so much noise. The water, so have you figured out the water? So the meatballs, the meat, it does not stick to your hands and it forms a meatball nicely. The burger, your meat stays with your burger, not on your hands. I will be right back. Okay, and we are back. Get rid of this water. So I made 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. Hands a little hot. So we have about a dozen and a half of meatballs. A little, and they are extremely large, I know. Oven preheated, 350 degrees. In goes our meatballs for 15 minutes. I'm gonna leave my lid off. Leave it right here. Set my timer for 15 minutes. And after 15 minutes, we're going to flip our meatballs and cook them for another 5-10 until they get a nice crisp coating on them. So, you guys, I'm going to pause again, clean my mess up, and I'll be right back. So while we're waiting, I am just going to get a pan, water, put some salt in it, and get it ready for our spaghetti. I like to use these big huge pans. And there's no sense in me making you guys wait, so I might as well just put you on top. I'll be right back. And I'm back again, just so you don't forget about me. I forgot to mention, tonight's supper is made with 99% Save-A-Lot items. A discount grocery store supper. Yes, the spaghetti, the burger. The spices were either Dollar Tree or Save-A-Lot. So my meatballs, 99% of the meatballs ingredients are discount grocery store items. As in, I didn't have to go and spend a fortune for all my groceries. Also, a loaf of garlic bread. Again, this is a Save-A-Lot purchase. Yummy. Oh my gosh. If you guys have Save-A-Lot, I so suggest you check them out. If not, and maybe your discount grocery store has a different name. And you're like, I'm not so sure if I want to check it out. It's a discount grocery store. Oh my goodness. Pull up, park your car, and go inside and check out all the goodies they have. Oh my gosh. You'll be so thankful that you did. So thankful that you did. Alright, so we have about 7.5 more minutes before I actually get to flip my meatballs. And when I do, I will make sure I show you what one of them look like. But what I wanted to come back on and say was, you guys, today is Saturday, October 30th, 2021. In case you're watching this at a future date. Of course you're watching this in the future. But I wanted to say, Happy Halloween, you guys. I hope you have a wonderful time. I hope you have, if you have children or nieces, nephews, grandkids, I hope everybody's having a blast. A blast. Halloween's the best. Go out and have some fun. I'll be back. I figured we might as well just get a couple more things cleaned up. Wash my work area and sanitize. Okay, so because I made these meatballs so large, it's going to take way more than 15 minutes before we can flip them. So what I'm going to end up doing is taking photos and insert. So, and I will show you a finished product picture when everything's plated up. So, you guys, like, comment, subscribe, share. Don't forget to subscribe. I could use all the subscriber help I can get. Again, thumbs up please, and I'll see you in the next video.